It's the Sports Kings. Sports Kings. Big Mike.
He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes.
And Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show. The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend, work done.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis, the bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the Kings.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
You damn right. Now it's time to get you guys on over this hump. Right?
Hump day.
You damn right. I'm Big Mike, Rob Calloway with me, as usual, sitting in the middle of hell.
Yeah, we taking turns going to hell.
Not me. I'm out for good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We taking turns. It's my turn now. So it's amazing. before 2015 to be over with, the Kings would be the hell and back. Who would have thought that?
Well, sounds like 2014 to me.
Somebody.
Spreaker.com and the Spreaker app is where we're being heard. Go ahead and download that app for your mobile device and follow us. First, you got to search us, Sports Kings Live, then follow us. And then make sure you guys click the little thought bubble icon so you guys can join the conversation. Also, follow us and like us and all those good things on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and Tumblr. The extension is at Sports Kings Live, and our email address is sportskingslive@gmail.com. A little bit worried today for a minute, early. A little bit worried. Didn't know exactly what was going to be going on and what we're going to have to talk about. But, yeah, as usual, it always comes together. As we usually do, we'll take a look back at some point during the show, and we'll do our daily feature on this day. I got to keep talking about this Bill Cosby thing. When we got off yesterday, I went downstairs and, just turned the TV on, and it just happened to catch me. CNN, HLN was talking about it, and some utter foolishness went on behind this, and it continued today. So I've got some sound I want to share with you guys as it relates to that.
Screw Bill Cosby. We failed yesterday. I don't know how we dropped the ball on this whole Jared from Subway thing.
Definitely going to talk about the Subway guy losing all that weight. Yeah. He's getting sexy for the wrong people, though.
Eating fresh means something totally different.
Where are we at? We got some NBA free agency nonsense to talk about. I'm not even sure I understand what the hell is going on, but between the two of us, we'll try to figure it out and get to the bottom of these things. The NFL got a little bit of news going on with it as well. I saw something yesterday, an ESPN feature. I guess they call it What If. And one of the what ifs was that 98 Falcons team, the kick, the Gary Anderson kick. I wanted to kind of just mention something about that real quick. Also, it seems like Jason Pierre-Paul ain't the only one trying to blow his damn hand off. The only NFL player trying to blow his damn hand off. So, yeah, we'll get into that conversation as well.
That's what the NFL stands for.
Yeah, those are weirdos, man. They're total weirdos. I'm glad Coop is here. Good. Because by the way, today is Women Crush Wednesday. Today's Women Crush Wednesday. God, I don't know. Her handle is @_ Jesus. I don't want to say it wrong, so I'm gonna. Oh, here it is. @_TATI_M. Is the young lady that was chosen by the listeners of this show, few listeners of this show, to be today's Women Crush Wednesday. But speaking of Women Crush Wednesday, Mark Cooper told me to check out a young lady. I don't know what happened. We were having a conversation about the body issue. He told me about this hammer thrower that's in the body issue, and I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday, Mark. But I did today.
What's her name?
Amanda Bingson. And it just gives you an insight. Yeah, see? He says her thing should be @fine as hell. See, creepy Mark Cooper's coming out.
Women Crush Wednesday?
Yeah.
@fine as hell?
Yeah, that's what this crazy
bastard
is saying. Look, it's both of you dudes. I don't know what the hell. I'm just going to leave and let you two dudes have it, I guess. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Of course you are. We heard you.
I mean, it's Women Crush Wednesday. I mean, hell, you sort of want to crush them, right?
I don't think that's the actual application of the word. But anyway, Amanda Binkson, it just kind of gives you an insight on what the big boy Mark Cooper's into, dude. Oh yeah. I saw the picture and I was like, "Yep, do that, homeboy." That's a little bit too much woman for me, Mark. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I probably wouldn't know what to do with all that, to be honest with you, because I don't. Yeah, whatever.
You said she was a hammer thrower.
Yeah,
Amanda Binkson.
Binkson, like Bing, like the search engine, and Son, like a male.
Bing.
Yeah, male protege. All right. So today, let's start today in the land.
She's in the body issue?
Yes, Rob. Yes.
Okay.
Because Rob's in there trying to look for the chick right now. You can wait. She ain't going nowhere. The NBA. We got news today that
hey, that's some meat right there, boy.
Okay, I'm just gonna let you two dudes have it. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah.
You and Coop.
Hey.
He's texting. He's texting
She can
Thickums.
throw my helmet. She can throw my helmet. Helmet throw. Helmet time.
All right. Are we good now? We good to proceed? Is this a thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here we go. So we reported last week, and this is why I kept on saying that money had been allocated because no one had been signed. They can start signing, I think, at 11 p.m. tonight, the NBA free agents. And in a very, very unprecedented move, DeAndre Jordan's having a Frank Gore moment, a changing of the heart as it pertains to him signing his 4-year, $80 million deal with the Dallas Mavericks. Apparently, he had a conversation with with Blake Griffin, kind of expressing some regret and saying that he really doesn't want to leave. So I guess Blake went back and told Doc. Doc told Ballmer. Ballmer said...
Doc told Glenn Rivers, the GM, and then the GM told Steve.
You're an idiot. And then I guess they was like, "Where's Chris? He's on a banana boat, Steve. Get him back to the States immediately. We've got to go talk to DeAndre." So they pack up. It's Doc, it's Ballmer, it's CP3, it's Blake Griffin, and they're all going after DeAndre Jordan. Meanwhile, Mark Cuban is sitting somewhere like, "What the hell is happening? What's going on?" The story is really, really weird, man.
You know what? This is going to be terrible if it happens, because Mark Cuban has already been fined $25,000 because he went on record back, July the 3rd, and talked about the signing. And of course, you can't talk about the signing until they become official. Not that $25,000 is a lot for him, but he talked about, had they not made those signings, they more than likely would have ended up tanking this year.
That's the worst part of it, right there. You just hit the nail on the head. That's the worst part. Damn the $25,000. My man was like, "Whew, good thing we got DeAndre. We was gonna have to tank." Well, here you go. Here you go, Mark. Tanking it is. And then I read this headline as I'm trying to skim through quickly before the show to make sure I caught everything. And it says something about, Wes Matthews might be out now. DeAndre's leaving. I was like, wait, what? The castle's falling? But then
Crazy.
I read the article and it said, nah, he's gonna go ahead and sign this deal. One thing didn't have anything to do with the other. But I was like, what the hell is happening right now? Apparently, DeAndre cried during the initial meeting with the Clippers, in which they played like a relationship video of how everyone loves him and all this, and he cried. That along with the fact, I think his mom wants him to come to Dallas. He has other family that wants him to stay in LA.
In LA. From Houston. Right. Yeah.
Right. And I think all this kind of boils down from what I'm reading. It kind of all boils down to his his agent, Dan Fegan, who was also Chandler Parsons' agent, who was the guy who had spearheaded the.
That was the relationship.
Right, he spearheaded the recruiting of DeAndre Jordan, and then he's also Dwight Howard's agent, who, if you remember,
he did the same thing in Houston for Dwight.
No, remember Dallas was. Well, I guess I should have said this part first. He has a great relationship with Mark Cuban. They're friends, actually. And he wasn't able to deliver Dwight Howard last summer, remember, because that was one of the teams that was in play. He wasn't able to deliver Dwight Howard. So the rumor, or I guess the speculation, is that he pressured DeAndre Jordan to leave and take the Dallas deal, kind of as a makeup to Mark Cuban for.
Is that fair?
Is what fair?
But is that? I mean, that's like a under the table kind of like gentleman's agreement between the agent and the owner. Like, hey man, look, I dropped the ball on this Dwight thing, but I promise you, I'm gonna get you a set.
Well, I don't know if it was said. I don't know if it was actually said but it's just one of those things. You have a relationship with somebody. You wanna make them whole. You know what I mean? If it's your boy, you don't necessarily have to say it to him. He don't have to say it to you. But if another guy of the same ilk comes available, and you have some sort of influence, yeah, you kind of want to make your boy whole. And like, you know me, I don't dwell in the land of fair or unfair. I don't know. Like, I have no answer to that question. I know it's business. You know, I know as an agent, it's in his best interest for the kid to sign back with LA because it's more money. So he gets a higher percent. Well, his percentage stays the same, but he gets more money based on that percentage from a 5-year deal versus a 4-year deal. But yet and still, the word is that he kind of pressured DeAndre, even though DeAndre didn't want to leave. He kind of pressured him into going with Dallas, and Dallas gave him a good pitch. They told him that they would feature him offensively more, you know, make him a bigger part of what they're doing overall, and not him not having to play third fiddle to Blake Griffin and Chris Paul. Like, all those are valid things.
But is it really that bad? But is it really that bad to have to be like the third guy?
Depends on who you are.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, when you look at that unit, when you look at DeAndre Jordan, Blake, and CP, right? That's a good group of guys. I mean, you know, Chris Paul. Chris Paul still, you know, one of the better point guards in the association. You know, we've seen Blake Griffin. We talked about Blake Griffin right here on this show and his maturation and how, you know, he's, you know, gone from being, as you like to call him, once upon a time ago, a manufactured superstar to being a bona fide superstar. You know, actually, you know, putting in work and becoming a better player, and we see it. I mean, now the thing about DeAndre is that, you know, if we could see that out of DeAndre, right? See a little bit more elevation from DeAndre, and I'm not talking about the ups, but, you know, as far as his game, you know, being taken to the next level, man, that group of guys right there would, I mean, it would be awesome. You know, I mean, not that they aren't already. I mean, but, you know, if DeAndre could just fine-tune a few things, like, you know, you'd be right up there with the best of them.
Well, like in most situations, there's only one basketball. And we talked about it yesterday. DeAndre Jordan did flourish when Blake Griffin was out. He had that elbow bursitis. Yeah, he did his thing. So if you're him, instead of you thinking, oh, well, yeah, it's cool being third fiddle, I did pretty well as the second guy, to be honest with you. If I'm speaking as DeAndre Jordan, and if I can go somewhere else, and at this point, what are you talking about in Dallas? Chandler Parsons, Wes Matthews, Dirk's still there, but he's, you know, the elder statesman Dirk.
Pereira.
Well,
yeah,
I'm
J.J.
definitely not
Pereira.
mentioning him as someone that DeAndre Jordan would have to worry about. I'm talking about ballers, the real ballers. Yeah, guys who get buckets, and not him. But if I put DeAndre Jordan in the mix of those four, I mean, first of all, I'm going to throw Dirk out because he's no longer Dirk, the Dirk that we know. Wes Matthews can get buckets, but he's coming off injury. Chandler Parsons also coming off injury. So if I'm DeAndre Jordan, I'm looking at a situation where I can possibly flourish and become that next level player. It looks like Dallas over the Clippers. Now, if you want to win more ball games,
and see, that's what I was about to say. It comes down to either you know, wanting success or wanting that individual type deal, right? And that's what Dallas would be able to give him, that, you know, whatever spotlight that he wants, like because, you know, he is the more talented player. So, you know, I don't know. It's crazy. And like I said, this is something, you know, that I think, you know, if he goes back to the Clippers, I think the NBA looks at changing this whole this weak rule thing.
And do what? And do what?
I mean, shorten it. I mean, or make the player have to sign some kind of tender or something right there. Like, if you agree to it.
It'd be the same
you can't
thing.
back out of it.
It'd be the same thing then. I mean, this is unprecedented. This doesn't happen. It usually goes as planned. It's very rarely that you see situations like Frank Gore in Philly or this situation with DeAndre Jordan.